Oh, well, hello everyone. PJ with Grace Hello Rabbitry, and this is my friend and companion. This is Vinny. I'm sure you've seen him off and on through the years in the videos. He's being a little needy today. Last week I went through and I showed you um, my current breeding stock for reds, and we are still in the process of downsizing. But today I want to take an opportunity and go show you my black. And this will also include broken black. So let's let the little guy run around and we'll go to take a look at rabbits. Okay, here is our first black doe. This is Jordan, and Jordan has been registered, and she has I think 2 show legs. So I'm going to take her and show her in February and hope to get one last leg by showing her as a senior. Jordan is a homegrown doe. She is out of a black buck I once had. His name was Ace, if you remember him. And her mom was 56, who was also a black doe. 56 was the sister to Daisy, and I will show you Daisy just here in a moment. Anyway, so she is the niece to Daisy, and a really nice doe. She will probably be here for a little while. Next to Jordan are her first litter. These are the babies out of her very first litter. She's got 2 black and 2 2 black and 2 broken black. I sexed them when I weaned, and I believe we had 2 black does, 1 broken doe, and 1 broken buck. I do write these things down. I just can't remember, and I just don't have my notes in front of me. But these guys are out of Jordan, and I believe Cash is their sire. And they are, I think they're about 9 weeks old now. Maybe 8 or 9. Anyway, it was time for them to be weaned, and so they were just weaned this week. We have Mina, and I've had Mina for a while now. She came from a Rabbitry out of Missouri. I actually traded a red buck for her, and I brought her home and grew her out just a little bit, and then started showing her. Mina is also registered, if I believe. I think she's registered, and I think she too has 2 show legs. It was summertime. Show season was over. She was like 7 months old, I believe, and she was almost 11.5 pounds, and so I started breeding her and retired her from show. But I may try to take her next month to Shreveport and show her as a senior and just see if we can get that last leg. I may not. I don't know if I'll do that or not. But anyway, she does have 2 legs, and she is registered. Mina is her baby, and I didn't sex this guy when I weaned him. She only had 2 babies of her own, and then she raised Memphis's little red buck. This one, I don't know if it's a buck or doe. If I looked, I don't remember. But this fella, boy or girl, is looking mighty good, and so I'm hoping maybe to show this one in the upcoming season. This would be out of Mina, and I think I bred Mina to Dave. Maybe. I think so. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this little guy. Next to Mina's little boy, or little baby, is Zion. And Zion is the sister to Jordan. And I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about Zion today. because she is actually going to be in this week's spotlight. So you hang on until the end of the week, and you'll hear a little bit more about Zion. But I'll tell you the same thing I told you about Jordan. She is a homegrown girl, and she is out of my old buck Ace, and her mother was 56. Okay, and here's my first broken black doe, and this girl is my pride and joy. She is a homegrown doe, and she is out of my old doe Bloomer and my Charlie Buck Inc. She was the very first broken black New Zealand that I raised myself and became a grand champion. So she is a registered grand champion, and I think she has like 4 legs before I started breeding her. So she's had some pretty babies, and she's actually got one on the show circuit right now that's already won 2 legs, I believe. A little, well, was a junior doe. She's now 6'8", so next month she'll be shown as a 6'8". But she has a very nice doe. The queen here is another broken black. This is Daisy, and Daisy is usually pretty calm. Right now, they just recently got moved to a new cage, and her babies, she has 4 babies. She was bred to Cash, and so they have babies, 2 black, 2 broken black, and I don't remember if I sexed them or not. Anyway, I recently moved her, and she's been just a little bit crabby since I moved her cage. So Daisy is not a homegrown girl. I got her from a good friend of mine in another part of the state. She lives a couple of hours from me. You may know Mrs. Tactical Homesteader. Well, I got Daisy from her and showed her, and she granded, and then I got her finished off. So she is also a registered grand champion. So the 2 broken black does that I kept as breeders are these 2, Biggers and Daisy, and they are both registered grand champions. So we're looking forward to seeing what these 2 girls can do for our program. And I am considering the idea of maybe crossing these 2 girls into my blues. I don't know about that just yet, but I'm considering it. And now it's time for the bucks. You all know Ink. He is my broken black. He is actually a Charlie, and he is genetically a Charlie. I spoke of this in my last video. So if you want to know what I mean by genetically Charlie, watch my last video on the Reds. He has been a really good buck. I can't really show him because he is a Charlie, but he has been a fabulous breeder, a herd sire. I breed him to my blues and my black does, and I have gotten grand champions. Almost. I have one that's not quite finished yet, but assuming I finish him out, every kit of his that I have raised and shown has grand championed. Not only the ones I have raised, but some that I have sold, they have grand championed as well, with one exception, and I will tell you about that just in a moment. Next, we have Dave, who is my black herd sire, and he has also fathered some grand champions. Daisy is his daughter, and Daisy is a grand champion. And let's see, he's also the father to the Queen. Yes, the Queen, I believe. And she is not grand champion, but I've showed her only a couple of shows, and she already has 2 legs. So I'm hoping to finish her up maybe next month. Here is Molko, and Molko, he is the one I said was the one exception. He is, um, he has 3 legs. He are, no, no, he has 2 legs, uh, and he is registered. So I'm hoping to get his last leg next month in Shreveport. This guy has a brother who you'll see momentarily, and I plan to keep the brother. And this little guy is, he's already have a new home, but they're hoping that I can grant him next month. And so we will see what happens. But either way, he has a new home, but he will still be with us for a little while longer until I've registered him, but I don't have his papers in yet. So we're waiting on his paperwork, and then we'd like to see what he does in Shreveport. But that's Moko. He's out of ink, and one of my old blue does, Allie. And next to Moko is Cash, and they are, like I said, they are brothers. Cash, he already has his 3 legs, but at his last show, he was only 6.5 months old. Okay, keep that in mind. He is not registered yet because at 6.5 months old, he did not meet senior weight. He was only 2 ounces shy. Now Moko was a little bigger, and he got registered at 6.5 months. But Cash, he had to wait, but he is a little over 10.5 pounds now, or I'm sorry, 9.5 pounds, and so he will go to Shreveport to get registered, and I'll send off for his grand championship at the same time. So next month, paperwork will be done for his registration and grand championship. And he says, up close and personal, hello. And he too is out of ink and blue doe Alley. Next to him, this guy hasn't had a name yet. He's a junior buck. He's out of ink and bloomer. He will be the last, unfortunately, the last baby out of that breeding, as Bloomer is no longer with us. She was finished breeding, and so she has left our breeding program. But this is a very promising young buck. He would be from a younger litter, but he is the full sister or full brother to Biggers, who is also out of ink and bloomer, just about a year difference in age. But I'm got real high hopes for this guy. Him is a junior doe. She is out of ink and Mina, and I've been showing her, and she's been doing well. She's been placing pretty good, but I've been showing her against 3 other juniors of the same age and class, and she falls anywhere between 2nd and 4th. She just, but she has not won a leg yet. But I really like this doe, and very promising. Unfortunately, out of the 4 juniors that I have, I can't show that many, and so she will be up for sale. But she's out of ink, Mina. Next to her is another young doe, and she's out of Biggers and Dixie, and she has, let's see, does she have a leg? No, I don't think she does, but she's been coming in 2nd and 3rd next to these other 2 does I'm about to show you. Next to Dixie's little girl is a little girl out of ink and bloomer. She has already won 1 leg, and I will continue to show her. And she doesn't have a name at this point, but she is again out of ink and bloomer, the last litter out of that breeding. And I have high hopes for her. I always have such good luck with ink and bloomer breedings, their babies. So far, every one of those babies have grand championed, and now we have 2 more out of that breeding that we hope will follow their tracks and do the same thing. Okay, and then last but not least on the broken blacks and blacks is one last junior doe, and she is out of Dave and Biggers. She's been on the show circuit now, and uh, these four girls, I think, are just about six months old, almost. Probably will be by the time we go to Shreveport. But this girl, she's already got 2 legs, and uh, she won. She has one best of breed win on her against some pretty tough competition. So I'm pretty proud of this girl. The night that she won best of breed, I was coming home and just exhausted, and so I pulled over and I got a hotel room and I slept, and I pulled over in DeQueen, Arkansas, and so I thought that was pretty fitting. The night that she won best of breed, we slept at DeQueen, Arkansas, and so we named her DeQueen. And that is it. Oh, no. Okay, here's the last one, a black buck. Um, I will probably show him. I don't know. He is not one of mine. I actually ordered this guy over a year ago from one of the top national breeders. In fact, I believe for blacks, he was actually in first place this year. So the top national breeder who has blacks and broken blacks. A very nice buck. I waited a long time for him. I was able to pick him up in December. However, so far I have not named him yet. But he is a new guy, and we're happy to have him. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on in the barn here at Grace Hollow with the black and broken black New Zealands. Just real quick, I want to make a little plug. I've had a lot of inquiries and well wishes and phone calls and emails about my illness and what has happened. And I don't want to address that here right now, but there's been a lot of questions about what happened, what do you plan to do. Just a quick plug, real quick. I'm going to spur off and do a second channel, and I think I'm going to call it Life at Grace Hollow. really original, right? Anyway, just real quick, if you want to know, and there's going to be a lot of things on this, but if you want to know what has happened and where we're going to go from here, please go ahead and check out my other channel. It's not up and running yet. I hope to do that within the week. But next week, when I do a rabbit video, I'll let you know whether it's up or not. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.